Bloody Mary full of vodka. Blessed are you among cocktails. Pray for me now and at the hour of my death, which I hope is soon. Amen. That's pretty funny. Oh, hey. So last night, we had the season premiere of Archer Dreamland. I'm not going to give you guys any spoilers. This video is not a review about the season premiere. What I'm going to do with this video here, I got a little inspired by watching Archer. And so with you guys today, I'm going to go down the line and count out my 10 favorite Archer episodes. So this is the top 10 best Archer episodes. Here we go. So at number 10, I've got the season 7 premiere, which is The Figgis Agency. I know it's a more recent episode from a more recent season, and not a lot of you have probably seen it yet, so I'm just going to briefly get into it. Basically, they start their own private investigation company, and they're tasked with taking on watching over a Hollywood celebrity that Archer's in love with. So that's pretty much what it gets into for the 7th season. I'm not going to get much more to that. I give it bonus points. So you got J.K. Simmons, who played in the Spider-Man movies as J. Jonah Jameson, guest starring in it, and Keegan-Michael Key of Key and Peele in it. So number 10 is The Figgis Agency. So at number 9, I've got Archer Vice, Palace Intrigue, parts 1 and 2. Like I said, it's a two-part episode. Basically, the crew go to another country to protect this president. It's kind of like, I guess he's kind of like a dictator. Along the way, you also have Krieger, who finds out that he's a clone. And there's different bunch of Kriegers. Anyways, I'm not really going to spoil too much. You guys, if you've seen the episode, you know what I'm talking about. For those of you guys who haven't seen the episode, it's a really funny. Once you come across it, it's actually really good. Archer starts having an affair with one of the royalty, and he's trying to keep it secret. But all around, it's to me, it's the best one from Archer Vice. So like I said, at number 9, it's going to be Palace Intrigue parts 1 and 2. At number 8, I've got Vision Quest. This comes from the 6th season of Archer. In this episode, they're all the whole crew is asked to come in early so that they could have some sort of training, and they all get into the elevator together, and they get stuck. So the whole episode is them stuck in the elevator, trying to get out of there. One by one, they're all insulting each other. Obviously, Cyril gets the most insults out of everyone until they're finally saved by Mallory, who calls them, obviously, a bunch of idiots. So it's a really funny episode. It's from season 6, and yeah, like I said, Vision Quest. So for number 7, I'm going to go with Blood Test. It's from the 2nd season. Archer is told that he's the father of a baby, and he has a name for it and everything. He calls him the wee baby Seamus. But he's trying to prove that he's not the father. So he goes through everything. He even has a pint or a liter of blood taken from him so that he can't go and swap any of the blood. So he's trying to prove the whole episode long that he's not the father of the baby. He does end up swapping the blood. And by swapping the blood, you find out that it is shown that he's technically the father, but you find out somebody else is actually the father of the baby. So it's actually a pretty funny episode. So yeah. So at number 6, I'm going with Crossing Over. In this episode, someone becomes the new head of the KGB, and the former head of the KGB, Nikolai Jakov, decides to defect to the United States and goes under ISIS's protection. So they're trying to protect him, but also it's a season 3 episode, but also it's a significant one too because Archer at this point was still trying to find out who his father was, It was down between Jakov and Len Drexler, so we weren't certain which one was two. Something happens to Jakov in the final moments of the episode, so you don't find out if he's Archer's father or not. But the side plot is also that Archer in this episode starts having some incredible sexy time with one of his colleagues, a la Pam. So that's kind of funny to see Archer, who's always womanizing, going after all these models. In this episode, he's doing it the whole time with Pam, and he's enjoying it. So yeah, number 6, if you can check it out, go check out Crossing Over. With number 5, I'm going with Fugue and Riffs. This was the opener for season 4. Honestly, what was cool about this one, from the season finale, before Archer's mother Mallory got married to a character called Ron Cadillac, and Archer couldn't cope with that, so he kind of went into amnesia. And in the season 4 opener, Fugue and Riffs, he becomes Bob from Bob's Burgers, and Bob's wife and kids are all there. So the whole plot of the episode is that they're trying to get Archer back and make him realize that he's not this guy named Bob Belcher, that he's actually Sterling Archer, codenamed Duchess, and they're trying to get him to realize that he's a spy. Ultimately, you should watch the episode. It's actually really hilarious. I love the fact that they cross over to Bob's Burgers and Archer, two of my favorite H. John Benjamin roles. So yeah, number 5 is going to be Fugue and Riffs. So at number 4, I've got the Heart of Archness trilogy. Basically, the Heart of Archness trilogy, in the second season finale, Archer meets a woman named Katya. They get married, and she's ended up murdered by Cyborg Barry. This 3-part story arc, he joins a pirate ship and becomes king of the pirates. And once again, they need to get Archer back and bring him back to work and have him forget about Katya being dead. It's a really funny 3-part story arc. It's also the 3-part season premiere of season 3. Check it out if you can. I love it very much. That's number 4 for me. So at number 3, I've got from season 1 episode called Diversity Hire. There is a new agent hired. He's black and Jewish. Okay? So it's a diversity hire. But all the way along, Archer is threatened by this new agent because Mallory and him have had a fling in the past, this new agent. So he thinks that the new agent's gonna marry his mother and take away his inheritance. It's just all around really freaking funny, and there's a twist at the end with the agent. It's from the first season, so if you've not seen the first season yet, that's one of the episodes I really suggest watching. Number 2, I'm going to go with Job Offer. That's, again, from season 1. It's, I think, the season finale. Odin, the other agency, the other spy agency, offers Lana a job, but Archer mistakes it and thinks he got the job. So he goes to Odin, and his mother blacklists him from the CI and everything. So all the top agents are trying to kill him. And Lana is tasked with trying to save Archer and get him off the blacklist, but she's tempted to kill him because she wants that job at Odin too. Ultimately, you know, he's saved. He was back to ISIS. But it's a really funny episode. For me, it's probably the best episode from the first season. And if you haven't seen the first season, again, check it out. If you're going to check out one episode from the first season just to get a feel of what Archer is, check out Job Offer. Just some quick honorable mentions before I get to the top spot. Bel Panto, parts 1 and 2 from season 7. Training Day from season 1, really funny. Archer tries to train Cyril how to be a spy with some very bad results. Movie Star from season 2. And Sea Tunts, part 1 and 2 from season 4, which is the season 4 finale. Didn't exactly make the cut, but they're still pretty good episodes. So let's get to number 1. And the number 1 best Archer episode of all time, at least in my opinion, Stage 2 / Placebo Effect. It's a 2-part story arc. Archer's mother comes out of the hospital because she had a routine checkup, and Archer realizes he should go to the hospital to get checked up. He goes to the hospital. He's told he has breast cancer. Comes back home and is told he doesn't have breast cancer, so they start partying. He's called again, told he has cancer, so everything gets gloom. Then he's told again that he doesn't have cancer, until finally he's told he does have cancer. Which brings us to the second part of the episode. He starts going on his meds, only to find out that the medication that they're getting are not curing him or any cancer patient. It's run by a mafia, and they're just being given sugar pills. So he goes on this whole rampage to kill the mafia and get the actual drugs to help him get better. Just the final moment when he finally kills the head of the mafia to get, his revenge. It's poetic and hysterical at the same time. Just talking to you and telling you about it right now doesn't do the episode justice. But I'll tell you this right now, it's the best episode of Archer of all time. It's kind of a somber episode because, yes, he does have cancer, but it's one of the funniest episodes you'll ever see. So, yeah, number 1 is going to be Stage 2 / Placebo Effect. Hands down. Let me know what you guys think. If you guys have seen Archer, what are some of your favorite episodes? Who are some of your favorite characters from Archer? I'm a massive Archer fan. Like I said, the new season started the other night, and I'm really stoked for this one. Kind of sad because there's only 3 seasons left of Archer. But that being said, comment, share, like, subscribe. Trying to get not to get too much in there because that's how you get ants. So that's pretty much it, guys. Remember, guys, it's cool if it's nerd cool. Peace.